Neither have I. Don't worry. Don't
Oh,
matter.
okay. Yeah.
Did you have to press got it?
Yeah, I had to okay that you're going live.
Neither have I. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We're on.
I've got a bit of a halo, ain't I? First time in my life I've got a bit of a halo.
I didn't pay attention to detail there, but there we go. Such is life. Good evening. Tonight's presentation live show should be entitled Sub-Postmasters Post Office Horizon Scandal, but as I negated my duties as trustee there, and I failed somewhat, and what you see before you is a standard. Um, there we go. It's done it. Oh, I managed to change it. It's all right, Bert. I'm talking rubbish. Let's go. Do you want to say hello?
Hey, evening all. Yeah. I'm good. Yeah. I wonder where the other lads are.
I wonder where the other lads are, he says. Ooh, so do
Yeah.
I.
Yeah. They're a bit late.
It's not like them either.
No.
I can't see the chat. What's going on here? I can't find the chat link. It's on YouTube.
Yeah. They're restricting your account again. Dodgy dealings.
We might have to restart Bert, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Chat. Can't have a bit of chat. Okay, can you see a chat there? Are you in? Are you on YouTube?
No, I'm not on YouTube, mate. Let's have a little shindig.
It's all right. I'll go in this way. I'm having a look.
I'm on YouTube.
Oh, there is a chat. Yeah, Office of Man. I see it there. Bosh. Oh, good. Why can't I see it on the Lapith Topeth? Work that in out in a
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, I can see you dropping in. Yeah, Eric,
I've got it. I've just
Office
refreshed
of
it.
Man.
Kind of
Yeah,
glitch.
that's what a very, very quality name. Office of Name.
We're all
Yeah,
good.
How to Eric. Sweet evening, brother.
What I would like to say is we're going to talk about the recent re-emergence because this has been an issue going on since I think 1999, a good 20 years, 2023, 24 years, possibly. So the postmasters, the sub-postmasters, Post Office, Horizon, Fujitsu, 20-year debacle that's coming back to light now as they're getting some looking to claim remedy. 550 odd innocent or thereabouts innocents will say will presume they're all innocent and there may have been errors made, honest mistakes within that accounting, but yeah, we're going to talk about the state of the place. It's January, it's cold, it's dark, we're miserable, there's no sunshine, there's a lack of vitamin D. Shit's getting real, I'm afraid, fam. So we are here tonight to talk about the state of play. You know, Albert and I were just talking about potholes. If you are encountering turbulence whilst travelling across said highways of the landmass known as England, you're not alone. We were just discussing, you know, if you're on a push bike and you hit one of these, sometimes it will be deep and big enough to take the wheel, snatch it from you, and plant you in front of God knows what. So if you do report potholes in your area to your local government office, council, authority, then be sure to tell them if it is a pothole sufficient to cause damage to a cyclist, then tell them that. Don't fabricate the truth. But if it is, in your opinion, big enough to cause damage to a cyclist, then they have to come out and repair it quicker than something that's smaller. Naturally, makes logical sense, but apparently
Yeah, 50 mil deep.
do
50 mil deep it is. Yeah.
research them. Yank has come back last couple of weeks saying school's cold because the boiler's broke. The trust's academy, the trustees, the trust hasn't got the funds for the repair. maintenance, etc. of the boiler, so they are allowing them not to wear school uniform and to go in their own clothes because the school's that cold. The schools have been reported to having air brick in them. Air, something was on it to do with concrete with air in that's temporary, falling down. So we're in a shit state of repairs. It's January. It's cold. It's dark. We're having a whinge. YouTube. If you know anybody that's been affected by the Postmaster Horizon scandal, or you've got any information on that, we would very much appreciate any first-hand knowledge, information on this. We're going to look at between Bert and myself and whoever's in the chat room. We're going to look at this. So let me just post the link in a few places, and we shall begin. Bert, it's over to you. You have the.
Well, I'll tell you what. I watched the inquiry, but I've only got up to the lunch break that they had, and the guy, the investigator guy, it seemed at times he was like, yeah, he's
Stephen
putting things into people's heads like that. Oh, it's only happened to you and stuff, but yet there was loads of times it was happening. Do you know what I mean? So it's really like getting right to it, like, because he was lead guy in quite a lot of it. So seems the court and everything have had their fun and even jailing people and all that. So, but I've got like another 3 hour odd to still watch of it because it was a 6 hour inquiry, like give or
that's
take.
the first part. Yeah. So they'll need more than 6 hours, won't they? Good lord.
Oh yeah, to unravel the whole lot. Yeah. But it seems like this independent lot, this lot that was investigators and stuff like that worked for Royal Mail. Post office lot. And then one of the investigators worked for Royal Mail. That's where I've got that. But down the chain, he's always been surfaced around, and he's done all these investigations over the whole years. And he's left everything down to the court, not the court, the solicitors, like the ones that were representing, the post office. So from that, they've been writing stuff out, and he's been saying he's just allowed them to basically, and he signed it. Do you know what I mean? So he's basically accepting because he, the undersigned, has accepted what's above. Do you know what I mean? So maybe he's going to be an scapegoat in the finish. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He didn't seem very remorseful when he was being at the inquiry. From what I saw of it, yes, it didn't seem that, considering the gravitas of what's come to light now, and they obviously can see with some of these postmasters that there has been an issue. It hasn't been a systemic, nationwide, fundamental issue to bring the whole system to a halt, but there has been with some affected people and a technical issue. And the way they dealt with it, was like you said, the way that the dramatisation has portrayed it on ITV, you would believe it has been credited to be factual by the actual postmasters themselves, and we can only take it on face value. But what you watch within that, the mentality of that lady that was the CEO saying we have to protect the image of the office. Oh wow. Who's this? Anders is knocking at the door. We have to protect the image of the post office. We can't let anybody who may be guilty of stealing go free by acquitting them, or not letting them be held to account by just deleting all of these errors. Yeah, it's just disgusting, isn't it? People have committed suicide, man. People are dead. They their lives have been ruined. 20 years. Imagine of having a problem like serious as that for 20 years.
Well, some were so pushed that basically they ended up falsifying accounts, and that's the other side of why they got prosecuted and all, for falsifying accounts when they was trying to make up for the shortfalls all the time. Yeah.
Hello, Anders. Are you on? Hello, Sweden. Sven. Talk to me, Sven. He likes it when we call him. He's muted. It says Anders is muted. Yes. Bert, can you hear Anders?
Yes, I can hear you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was a little bit late here.
Time. Yeah.
Hello there.
Hello, sir.
Your camera angle and your surroundings make it look like some kind of 1970s I don't know TV show you're on. I like it.
Yeah, I'm born 68, so yeah, why not?
Good to see you, Anders. Good to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you too here.
How is the fam? How is the good lady and yourself? How is the weather? How cold is it?
Oh, now it's only 10 minus here.
All right.
That's why I'm sitting with this one.
It's only -10. Ay, ay, ay.
And I'm living in the southern part of Sweden, actually, and the people up in the northern territory, they have up to 40 minus.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I'm happy for my -10.
Yeah, likewise. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, can relate to that. You can keep it. It's coming down this way. It's coming south. It keeps slipping south towards England. We're trying to push it back up. I keep blowing it back up. Go away. Stay up there. Get back to Norway.
Yeah, actually, it's a bit a problem because the water was freezing in the toilet.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have to use bucket to flush the toilet with.
Oh wow, that's amazing. Okay.
Yeah, but it fixed now. It was only when it was -20 here.
We got Lisa and James in Alaska, you in Sweden, and got some scribes and fans and admins that are scattered far and wide.
Yeah.
We don't know. Well, we don't know we're born. Sometimes we get a little bit of snow here, and anyway, we're getting off topic. We are digressing. Kevin's missing in action, but never mind. We can continue. We shall continue. Let me just check the room and say hello to the scribes. Take a note of the title, Eric. What? See Bert's in there. Moo. Office of Man. And Bert. Lee Redpath. Good evening. New name, new scribe. How are we doing, Lee?
I do like that name. I did catch that earlier. Yeah. Office of Man. Yeah.
Sherry. So who is up to speed with the sub-postmasters Post Office Horizon scandal? Who knows anything? If you know anybody or you've got any first-hand knowledge, because there's questions, there's going to be there's remedy required. You know, we've got extra details of which we can look to duly inform the ones that are affected by this. So yeah, you know, the inquiry will bring out in the wash the facts of the matter, but from what that dramatisation has brought to the masses recently, then yeah, disgusting behaviour, unforgivable. As we've said, it's been brought to the attention of the public that people have had to sacrifice beyond sacrifice, that being giving up their life because their communities, their families have turned against them. They got into debt. The systems, the way it's been run, things like this should have been tested and infallible, beyond infallible. High names such as Post Office, Fujitsu, you know, then they've got the monies. They don't roll stuff out till they've benchmarked and tested it. As for the skullduggery and that in itself needs to be brought out in the inquiry. Why does the Post Office, does the Post Office have powers of such to bring forward claim, convict, try, sentence, all the way up to the High Court, its own employees? It's just, when you think people on that road,
Contracted, don't they? They
So-
take over. That's why they call them sub-postmasters. So they actually run and make profits and such like as a business would. Yeah.
yeah, it goes back to the last 300 years. The post office has had powers because of the things like highway robberies and things as well. You have to look at who and what the post office is, when it was formed, the formation, the evolution of the post office, highways, horsemen, carriages, to what we have nowadays. Is one aspect, and look at the implementation of that institution. Royal Mail, obviously post office is not Royal Mail, but they go cap in hand, one, so post office is the one that is in question, not so much the carrier, but it's separate companies now, divided up. So again, just the fact that they didn't want to delete the errors because somebody somewhere might have actually stolen some money. And there's a famous jurist, is there not? A famous jurist that said something along the lines of, better 10 innocent men go free than an innocent man. Can anybody think of what I might be on about, or who I might be on about there? It is better that 10 guilty persons, I'm sorry, but he does say persons, escape than one innocent person suffer. Has not been eliminated from the collective memory. We will see, that's why, there's rules, there's regulations, there's due process, there are judges, an affront to the British justice system. A lot of the sub-postmasters were there looking at this, thinking, oh, well, the British justice system, they had faith in it. They were innocent, they did nothing wrong, and they had their lives ripped from them, their communities, looking at them, because obviously pillars of communities, focal point, meeting point, local amenities, point of contact, etc. And so for us, for our cause, for what we talk about when we talk about persons, we talk about legal, we talk about lawful, your rights, retainment of rights. This obviously involves solicitors, high courts, barristers, prison, custodial sentences, being accused, tried, convicted, sentenced and sent down, and you're innocent through all of that. And obviously, the way that these investigations will have been carried out, yes, it's just, it all needs hauling out again. So the quote by the jurist was Sir William Blackstone. I'm looking and I look for in the chat room. Yes, nobody put Sir William Blackstone, the great jurist. He's often a reference point of ours for case law, precedent, landmark, maxims, etc., for reasons of such. I yield. I'll read the room. I'll let people chat. Anders, Bert, and we'll move on.
Yeah, I have not much to say here. I was looking through what happened there, and that was amazing. People that been taking suicide and families split up. There was one woman. She was arrested on her daughter's or her son's 10 years birthday. It is all this. And all of this is because of a program, a system that comes from Fujitsu. So that's a Japanese company doing that, and then the Post company, they are buying in this. I don't know if they buy it in so they make up something so they could milk money out of the system,
Well, when we say money, that's another thing. With what we know about money, these people, postmasters, are using systems, a computer software called Horizon, running on Fujitsu hardware, networked up with the post office, whatever routing, networking there is for banking. I'm not privy to that. So, is it money? Was money lost, or was it credits? That's one thing. we can define money when we don't need to go through it now. You can all do it, and you're all privy to the facts of what the difference is between cash and money, and then credits. So then there's physical and there's digital, there's paper-based, there's coin-based, isn't there? There's securitizations. We're not going to go too deep into it, but these postmasters persons were accused. They're legal entity as well, what we know. So when we're looking at mitigation and liabilities, legally, the sub-postmasters are 2D paper formats, but what's been harmed is the flesh and the blood, like you've said, families, lives, houses, suicides, etc. Man, it's a crossover, isn't it, where legal has harmed blood. So dead corporations, entities, legal fictions have harmed flesh and blood. This is one of the most heinous, unforgivable areas. When they say miscarriages as well, and an affront to the British justice system, it's on multiple formats. It's not just on the shambolic investigations, the cover-ups, and the I don't know, the very bad performance of the systems, the software and the hardware alike, and then the way that story is portrayed on how these poor souls' lives were tormented, and 112 phone calls. The justice system in itself, how they haven't, how the post office was seen to have the authority. And has the authority to, like I say, judge, jury, executioner. We look at the post office, we've looked at Royal Mail, we looked at the Universal Postal Union rules, which are international, which govern the post. So my letter in England gets to Anders in Sweden, that gets to Bert in Italy. It's just the way these systems are in place. We've looked at them, we know the hierarchy, the authority. We believe we understand the pacts, the treaties, the codes in place. But when it comes to remedy, man, as souls, hearts, blood, that literally blood has been lost. So how would you remedy that? How would you go about getting a remedy? You'd need a court of equity for the ultimate remedy. See, so when we talk about and we look at these scandals, we've got a chance to look at what we've studied, what we've brought to the table, what we've come to know and understand of the tierage of the judicial system, the judiciary and jurists, and what their opinions are on facts of the matter. Corporations thinking that they are the law. Maybe the post office thought it was too big and its reputation was too big to be tarnished, and that the simple little sub-postmasters were, what would you call it there? Collateral damage, fair game, expendable, to save grace, to save face, and then the awarding of CEO to a certain lady involved in it all. Not CEO, an award of to one of the CEOs was brought into question, and it's asked, the committee is looking at taking that back. So there's a whole mix of what we look at, areas of which we discuss within civil procedure rules, pre-action protocols, justice, law. 2024 England High Court, and this is where we're at. One of the biggest it will be miscarriages of justice so far to date. When we persevere with our work and continue with this year, there will be a publication. There should be 95%. We will get a publication out, a digital one, and the entitlement of that is called The Rising of Knowledge Which Can No Longer Be Suppressed, and that's going to be the first publication in the sovereign ethics line area topic that we're going to embark on with regards to introduction of who and what we are. We're into our 8th year of this work privately, Trust 2015-2024, so that's 9, but 8 effectively into the 9th, alright, 8 under the belt, going into the 9th. And we need to let people know we're in times where you may know of the Go Fast, the gimbal, and such other things that have been made public by the Pentagon, Ministry of Defence. Times are changing fast and rapid. That's old school news as well. The ATIP program, the disclosures by that Louis Elizondo or something like that. What's coming out at the minute. It's a time of a renaissance, so we need to move forward with benchmarking what we know and making it common knowledge for the good of all. We have much plans for this year. We would work pro bono for anybody, as you know, we do. But to present and perform, and for our performance in matters related to this, there would be agreements, or no legal advice is given ever, but we will duly inform you of your pathways and options before you, that which the Law Society and its affiliation to the Crown via its registration, licence and certification, bonding, and overall love for the Holy Roman Empire will say. They may not have your best interests at heart, and we just want to take the time to reflect on the gravitas on all of this, the modus operandi of the Post Office, with regards to the looking after of their own staff, the prosecution of their own staff, the way that the high courts and the judiciary and the penal prison systems have allowed this, how it's taken 20 years. That could have been you, could have been your sister, could have been your mum, could have been your brother, could have been anyone, you know, and we're very quick to cast aspersions, to cast doubts, to believe what the one-eyed God, the media, tells us, or we lean towards it. I know most of us don't here, we're sceptical, but the masses do. And when it comes to stuff like this, we have to take stock. We need to even on the area of what Albert was talking about with allegedly Dave wanting to run for electorate position, MP or something. Did you say? We need to know a complete overhaul of our judicial, our legislative, our law legislative area, our administrative area. We need to look at it all as we've talked about before on this channel, through our works in our private trust. We need to step up and try and help, but we're not going to bring the machine down one man at a time, fighting it one soul at a time. It will take the will of the masses in a peaceful, controlled manner to express their wishes and requirements, not even wishes, requirements of the state. Perhaps the state needs to collapse. Perhaps that's what we're at the end of the civilization of the Holy Roman Empire. The secrets have come out. The internet's revealed all. Digital currencies arrived. The aliens are true. It turns out we've been lied to. Jesus is a fictional character, and we've all been living a lie. Enjoy the singularity. Who knows? It appears. I'm going to yield, read the room, and breathe. I enjoyed that. Thank you for letting me rant. Oh, wow.
No, I think we have to go together with other groups.
We've tried.
We have to do.
Good idea. Very good. Unity, solidarity.
Yeah, we need to do that. We can't be like we know best and everything, because everybody has some knowledge, and when we put that knowledge together, then we can win.
Yeah, everybody's got a piece of the puzzle through, and that's the way the universe works. When everything combines and works in harmony, that's why it's a verse. We need to sing from the same hymn sheet, and we can't. It's not a quest for glory, a quest for riches, a quest for. Even though the obtaining of the knowledge that we have is kind of is a nice reward. When you find out the knowledge that we have combined, it's not secret. It's just wisdom, knowledge, etc. So we do share. We are open to share. Anyone can join and donate £12 and join and get access to everything, to our life's works. We are working to contact. I still haven't emailed Richard Vogues. I'll do that tomorrow, and other channels as well.
Yeah, I was just watching a video with him today with a guy called Chris Coverdale, and they was taking up that it's illegal to pay the taxes by the United Nations laws.
Yeah, well, they've got ways around them. I'm not saying, I haven't seen the video, I don't know the topic, but tax is voluntary. It's like slavery, voluntary. Slavery is illegal. We do not promote slavery at all here on this channel, Anders, Bert, myself, SPLS Pro. But the fact of the matter is this: when we talk about sub-postmasters, post office horizon scandal, and injustices and miscarriages of justice, check this shit out for a miscarriage of cognitive dissonance to us all.
Yeah.
I haven't said
But
it
there
yet.
was,
I haven't said it. Wait, I haven't
but
said
there was,
Wait, what it is this is the punchline. Slavery is illegal, but voluntary slavery, if you opt into it through your own free will and volition, is not illegal. Okay, so when we're talking about taxes and hidden taxes, there's hidden taxes in our utility and domestic bills, but they're called voluntary taxes, and there's people campaigning about them because there is no full disclosure, first-hand knowledge, acceptance of terms, agreements, and all of this. When we go into agreements or where things are amended or prices are hiked up, we have to look at why, when, who, what, where, etc. So voluntary is when we say it's not just right and proper, it's not lawful, it's legal but it's unlawful, it's lawful but it's illegal, things like this. We have to separate all of that. Non-disclosure to the facts, of the matter, of the charges that are being, so they would be considered. See, they have maxims such as, again, a matter not expressed, a matter occasioned. A matter not expressed is occasioned, or something like that, meaning if you don't speak up and voice your opinion, then we're going to carry on fleecing you. He who does not assert his rights is deemed as having no rights. They will take your silence and deem it as consent. These are the NASA. Why try to fix, right? Why would anybody ever try to plaster, band-aid and patch up the devil's handiwork of Satan's carnival incarnate, personified in the form of the law society's law system, which is around the world, the civil judicial system, penal and criminal, civil, criminal, etc. It's just an affront to creation. It's an affront to logic. It's dead corporations dealing with living souls with beating hearts. We're trying to express that to the layman in terms which are clear and concise, and not tinfoil hat wearing, we believe in UFOs, smoke weed and hug trees scenario, is exceedingly hard, which is why we're going to bring this publication out. There's a lot of cyclical interactions and experiences that we all have within our own lives that aren't directly connected to the topic and the narrative of the video tonight, but the rhetoric of the legal system and the way that the way that we've lost our ways, the way that we are unable to assert our rights, the way that we are unable to speak clearly, calmly, and require of those, when there is a controversy at hand, how we deal with controversies. Your silence is not deemed as consent, but if you're under oath and arrest and you're read your rights, yes, anything you may say may be taken down and used in evidence against you. Okay, so there's rules and regulations there which are quite interesting. How you plead, why you plead, should you plead, what is pleading, innocent and guilty. Why would you need to plead if the rules are you are innocent until proven guilty? Then surely the burden of proof lies upon the claim. It's all a mismatch, and if any of that due process ever gets missed, or doesn't get done properly, or someone isn't trained adequately, or they're new to the job, or they adjourned and thought they'd got the paperwork but they hadn't and they messed it, all these kind of occasions come up. Yeah, and if you don't pick up on that, or you're not astute enough to pick up on that, as such in this case here and with other cases and your own rights and your own controversies that will come to your legal person and to your door, to a street near you, if you're not adequately trained and well versed in all of this, then you'll never catch them and they will always get away with it. So we recognise that their system is defunct and it's corrupt, but we interface with it and we fight it because we can and we should. But whether we should give it credence, recognise it, and authority is another thing. Whether we should use it, and as living beings, as Anders asked in the admin chat, should we listen to dead corporations as living beings? Do we have to and that's where the crux of all this interface, free man, common law, Magna Carta, Constitution, biblical zygo theory. It's that we're in a renaissance of it right now as well. So moving forward, there is a lot to pick out, you know, of tonight's show for one. It just shows you where our heads at as well, and how adaptive we can be, and how knowledgeable we are between us collectively. Not I, not Bert, not Anders, but you know, the skin in the game that we've had, the testimonials that we've had, the work that we've been done collectively over the last not even 8 years, probably 15. You know, and the mistakes that we've made, the reasons why we've lost, or the reasons why we've won and had successes as well. So we continue with the game at foot. We are still seeking remedy for the surety that we seem to be with regards to the central banking cartels, fiscal fear, monetary credit, cash, system of debt, sweat equity. That is on the cusp. And it naturally is going to be a one-shot, one-trick pony with regards to obtaining alternative provisions for the capital gains made in the form of equitable relief for the for the administrative remedy for the public surety that we have connected with the public trust of the positions we play co-trustee, co-beneficiary. That's happening. We're going to have a seminar. We're going to plan and organise a big seminar. March, April, probably April, May, maybe New Year. Maybe we'll promote the New Year as it should be on the right ascension meridian, as that is RAM, right twisting right circle clockwise, March the 22nd, RAM. Yes,
I think we should actually dedicate that meeting to a woman named Moo.
I think you might be right there, Anders.
Yes, because I think we owe her that, because she really have been working hard to get together a meeting here. So I hope it's going to happen, and I'm hoping that I will be able to come over too.
I saw a good point, valid, sustained. I saw a documentary saying there was a ghost haunting in the Gower, Mary Ann Gower or something like that. Interesting, very interesting. And I never heard of the Gower.